Today I will present to you about lack of exercise in Chicanos. So my main point is I'm going to talk about the lack of exercise in Chicano communities. Second, I will show you some ways you can get involved and involve others. And third but not least, I will explain to you the benefits you might have with yourself and your family, or those who you involve around you. If we don't personally involve ourselves today, like at our young age, it might be a little more difficult later on in life because we do grow older, get more priorities and responsibilities. So to start off, lack of exercise. Lack of exercise occurs in the majority of Chicano communities. 150 minutes is recommended weekly. So weekly, mathematicians here know 2.5 hours. Yes, 2.5 hours a week, which is, we can honestly, that's nothing because we spend most of our time on our phone, on the internet, more than 2 hours a day probably. National data does show that Hispanics report low levels of physical activity. That means, so that's why it's on top 10 U.S. health concerns for Chicanos, Hispanics. It is the second one, so 38% of us. And then on top of that, the first one is child obesity, which our friend over here mentioned. Yes, however, to solve this problem, since it's second, in order to reach the top one, we can start off at the second to even them out. So some statistics, this is a graph right here. It shows Hispanics and how that the percentage of Hispanics that are recommended to do exercise. So and it shows them by 5-year periods. So 2000, 2005, 2010. So as you can see, it's been increasing, and I don't think that's going to stop. 10% and then 5%. So only 18% of us meet the weekly recommendation of exercise. So if I might get this row to stand up. So that's it, and maybe 2 more from here. That would be the whole U.S. and only about these people. Only about these people would exercise recommended. Thank you for your exercise. So as you can see, that's really like not even close to 20%. So like what I question is like for the 82% of us, rather eating or having fun somewhere else, right? So more statistics, facts. According to the Daily Beast articles, white Americans exercise 16% more than Hispanic Americans. So that means 60% more. They 60% more than exercise than we do. So as you can see in this chart, from the 70s to predicted to 2050, Hispanics are reproducing really quite well. And it doesn't seem like they're going to stop. So that 16%, as we can see in perspective, that could be a huge situation, especially because Chicanos are lacking exercise and proceeding to health issues. So that could be a lot of us. Okay, so now how to get involved. Easily join the gym, join a sport, get involved in sports, activities. You can visit community parks, they're all around us. Jog the streets. I mean, you can grab a friend or something, just don't do it at night for safety. If some of us are lazy, you don't like to be, we can stay at home. YouTube videos, workout videos. These videos are easy to access. You just work out. YouTube, just insert that. Honestly, we do spend like most of our time on the computer already as it is. So why not dedicate 5 minutes of our day, like at least 5 to 10. That's nice. And plus, us as students here at the campus, we do pay tuition, meaning we do get a gym. So we're already paying for it. Might as well use it, right? And it's actually a nice gym. Okay, so now that you know kind of how to involve yourself, involve others with you, make a positive influence. Mainly for younger siblings, we should use a positive reinforcement, meaning to ask something to get a response. So like as you can see in this picture, the mouse, he's saying he would press the lever for food, meaning he would actually press the lever, like take his time, whatnot, for food. So, and many kids, like Chicanos, like little kids, I don't know if we have younger siblings, most of us, they do love food, they love candy, they love toys, they love video games, and they're constantly asking for it. So what can you usually do before you hand it to them? You know, ask them to do, 5 jumping jacks, 10 jumping jacks, 10 push-ups. Even offer them a race. They'll do it. It's nothing for them. They'll see it as an easy reward when they get the candy or whatnot. And then that way they can kind of like inherit that into their lives, even though they don't notice it at the time. And easily, just get a workout partner. He doesn't have to be as cute or sexy as this one. Any partner works. Getting a partner, because most of us go to the gym. Sometimes first time, we get intimate, like we get scared, kind of feel like we don't belong there. So you got yourself a partner. It's 2 of you. It's 2 of you versus everybody. So you gotta worry about yourself less. And then not only that, workout partner. Workout partner does help you achieve fitness. Your fitness goals. They do push you a little bit harder. You can have more fun. Personally saying that, from experience. You'll feel more confident and comfortable being at the gym with a buddy than you would be regularly with yourself. And besides that, they can help you out with it. And most importantly, a workout partner does activate the Kohler effect, which is something that stimulates in the brain, which when you're competing or you're doing a task and there's someone next to you or someone with you, you tend you don't want to be the weakest link. So therefore you tend to push yourself harder, try to be better, even though you guys don't know it, but it's actually going on within you. So that's why sometimes people say, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, by myself. I don't feel like I don't do anything. That's when they get a partner, they actually feel like they push themselves. And how we can benefit from exercising. Obviously, as we've seen in the graph, many Chicanos don't exercise, meaning we could lower that as a Chicano community. We can, our families tend to become, if the family performs an exercise, they tend to become more united. That's good, Our families in Chicano are not like that. Usually, the dad runs away, it's good or something. Health will increase within the family, the sons, your siblings, or your related. Not only will your health increase, but that health increase does lead to less visits to hospital, clinics, pharmacies to buy, medicine and whatnot. Your parents or maybe you at a time will make eating, kind of evaluate food more, so you make better eating choices. Overall, you will see a healthy Chicano community because we do see that there's Chicano like when we go out, we do see Chicano obesity, which is affected by the lifestyle. In conclusion, we're all capable of change. It starts with ourselves personally, and then how we involve others, most firmly the ones close to us. So I've shown you some statistics on lack of Chicanos and lack of exercise in Chicanos, how we can get involved with others, and the benefits it can bring to us. It wouldn't really be pleasant to see our own friends or family, younger siblings, to be affected by lack of exercise. Therefore, we can act upon it. Thank you. Have a good day.